Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Fred Guy here, and today we're going to touch on one of my favourite houses, and this one is the Guerlain, and we're looking at, now I don't know how you say it, Bois Mysterieux, I don't Mystical Woods I think is how you say it in English. This one by Guerlain. This one is from one of their sort of like slightly more expensive private lines. I'll put up a picture somewhere maybe of the actual bottle, because this is a tester. It'll be on the thumbnail of the video, so yeah, you'll see it as it should be. But this one I found it on eBay, and it was going, I think I bought it for like £50 or something like that delivered, which was really cheap compared to like its full retail price. Although you can get it on discounters. I think Latino are actually pretty good at the price of this one, I do believe, here in the UK that is. I don't believe you've got Latino in the US anymore. But yeah, so this one, now this tester is actually one of the B bottles, one of the regular sort of B bottles with a plastic cap and whatever. I've never had a B bottle. As soon as I've seen this advertised, I thought, oh, okay, and I've seen the notes. Okay, I like myrrh. I don't sort of leather so much, but a myrrh and cedar. I thought I'll give it a go. And it's got a good price, as I say. So yeah, I really do enjoy these bee bottles. They're really nice. I know you can get the more fancy ones where the bees are like covered in gold, and love to get one of them, but I can't remember where this come out. You know what, I come from upstairs making notes, and then I come down with the notes and I just can't be bothered. I think I'll go all the way back upstairs to go and fetch them. So yeah, it's a more modern take. I think it was it 2019, the top of my head. And the notes that are on the front of this particular bottle are actually everything that you smell. So on the front here, I don't know if you'll see there, it says Cedar Atlas, or Atlas Cedar, note Queer, which is leather, and Myrrh, which is obviously myrrh. So 3 notes listed here on the tester, which is obviously good for somebody selling. 3 main notes, and those are the 3 notes that you smell. You don't really smell much else in this one. So this is classed as a unisex. I would say, yeah, I would say more, if there's a line of masculine and feminine, I would say slightly more on the masculine, just due to the sort of leather and cedar, the woodiness in this. I think this is classed as a woody leather, or just straight leather. I wouldn't call it a straight leather, I'd say woody leather. But for me, the main note on this is the myrrh, because after, well, let's start what it smells like when you first spray. When you first spray this, it's very strong, and it is very strong throughout its life. This lasts and projects for all day. It's certainly easily a working day. So just be careful how many sprays this. I mean, I've worn this a fair bit, and I've hardly gone down it, because you don't need many sprays. So if you do pick this up, just be aware of that. You spray this, and I would say with the first hour, the dominant notes to me in the first hour, I would say it's leather, and it's just straight leather. It's not like a leather jacket, it's not like a suede leather, it's just a sort of general leather sort of scent, with a cedar back in it. And then the myrrh is sort of back in that, so the myrrh is a sort of supporting note, then the cedar is then supporting the top note of the leather. So that's how I get it. And yeah, it then excuse me, after about an hour or so, it sort of changes that. The leather dies down a bit. It's always there, but it dies down. Very well constructed, this, by the way. And so that's its 3rd note. What comes up to the top, this cedar stays in the middle. What comes to the top then is the myrrh. So if you're not 100% on myrrh, you don't like myrrh that much, I would say stay clear of this one, because the myrrh really comes on top after about an hour or so, and it is the dominant note in this, at least on my skin, after about an hour or so. So you get a really strong sort of myrrh note, which is sort of, if you didn't know, obviously like a resin kind of smell. Very unique smell, myrrh. There's nothing else like it. So if you've never smelled myrrh, I would suggest you try something that's dominant in myrrh, see if you like it, because again this is dominant in that. So the myrrh is what comes off my skin, mixing well with the backbone of the cedar, and then the leather is just like a supporting that for those two. Really quite a, I would say, an elegant scent, although it is quite strong, so just a couple of sprays is enough. And after about that hour, it really projects as well for that first hour or so. I mean, really pushes, fills the room kind of push, at least on my skin. Then it comes, after about that hour, when it changes, it comes a little closer, but it's still radiating, you've still got a good sort of few feet bubble around you. So if you don't like smelling of like myrrh and cedar, then it's not for you, but I really think this one really actually suits a more formal occasion. Now I wear this as and when I want, like I do with any of my fragrances. However, I tend to wear it more when I am a little bit more dressed up, not sort of casual like and bumming around like I am today. Today I got my signature scent on of 1881. I'm reviewing this and this on the same day, hence why I look the same. No, I don't wear the same t-shirt for like weeks on end. But this one, yeah, I've stopped picking up so much because I want to wear this more when I'm a little bit more dressed up. If I'm going around someone's house, I don't sort of go really super baggy t-shirt. I'll sort of more like a polo on with my better jeans or something. But even then, this personally I would say suits more of a formal look. It's got more of a formal feel to it. The quality is Guerlain through and through. The quality is actually superb. It smells like it's expensive. It smells like it's niche, if you see what I mean. But it still has that Guerlain's touch, where it's not too heavy. You know, even with all these heavy notes, Guerlain, or French perfume in general, tend to make things like this, even if they've got heavy notes, more wearable. It's sort of more lighter and more wearable, even though it's still pretty heavy scent. They tend to blend it in such a way that it isn't too heavy for the wearer, and then too sort of in the face and up the nose of people around them. So that's why I generally prefer the French perfumery. That's how they go. They tend to blend so well that nothing's overly sort of in the face. They're not, so I wouldn't say subtle, but they tend to be more wearable, easy to wear for scents. And this is one, although it's got heavier notes in it, and it is a bit stronger than a lot of other fragrances from Guerlain, especially for the men's. They tend to do a more cleaner, fresher scents for men. This one, being a unisex, is good. I would say with that leather and cedar note, it leaves more the masculine, but the sort of myrrh sort of brings it back a little bit, so it's only just over into the masculine side. Men or women could easily wear this fragrance, but I would excuse me, I would say definitely autumn. I would say autumn, maybe winter, maybe even spring, maybe 3 out of 4. I wouldn't wear this in any sort of heat whatsoever. The myrrh and leather aren't really sort of notes that go well with heat. Your body heats up a lot. It just doesn't work, especially myrrh. It really doesn't do well in heat. It doesn't work. Cedar's okay. Cedar is often mixed with citruses for summer scents and that, and it works well. But the leather, no, and certainly not myrrh. Myrrh is really not for higher heat. It really doesn't work at all. Certainly not for me anyway. But beautiful scent. Definitely worth a look. Now it's not for someone who likes modern scents, or somebody youthful that's just got a more mature edge to it without smelling dated, but definitely more for a mature man or woman. I would say sample it first. It's not for everybody's nose. It would suit someone who's into fragrances, who has smelt a lot of niche before and tried some unusual things. I would say if you like things like Shiggy by Serge Laton, it's slightly more easier to wear niche, then you may like this if you like the scent of myrrh. It's got a similar sort of vibe, but more on obviously the myrrh and cedar. So that's it. That's my quick review really of this one. I'm not going to even try and say the name. Bois Mysterieux. I'm going to just go call it from now on. If it's seen in other videos, mystical wood. That's what I'm going to call it. Because I can't pronounce French very well at all. Great scent. If I'm going to rank it, I would say a good 9 out of 10. Personally, it's not something I would. It's versatile and I wear all the time, and I think it's magical. I've got other Guerlain fragrances that are for me in that sense. I get a good solid 10 out of 10, but this is a good 9 out of 10. I really enjoy this one. It's unique. I like it. I love the bottle. Everything about it I do enjoy. It's just not as versatile as what I tend to like to go for, but I will wear it in certain situations and it will not go to waste, I can assure you of that. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried this. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think of what I've said about it? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Whatever it is, as long as you're courteous, leave a comment below. I'll answer you when I can. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it as always. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully I'll see you again soon on the next video.